Hello. In this video, I want to fairly quickly show you a few of my models that I have developed for different agricultural companies. The first model is this one. It is for a farm of some specific nuts in Africa. It's macadamia nuts. And essentially, assumptions here are quite detailed. To be honest, they are detailed in all of these models, but each of these models has something specific. So what is specific in this model is that there are two companies involved. There is the parent company, which is doing the farming, and there is the subsidiary company, which is doing the processing of these nuts into end products, which are either exported or sold locally in Mozambique. Also, something that makes this model fairly simpler is that it is mainly annual, so final results are according to clients' wishes, reported only annually. However, for some things, for example, the debt schedule, we have to do it monthly, and this sheet is taking all of the assumptions regarding debt in here. This is for the parent company, this is for the subsidiary, and essentially, as this money is taken as a loan, the client can enter the grace period, amortization period of the loan, when is the loan taken, and all of that will be adjusted through the debt schedule. We shall go fairly quickly through these models. The second one is this model farming in Ghana. The point of this model is essentially to calculate and see which of the potential crops that might be grown could be most profitable. So in the assumptions sheet, we have assumptions for equipment, its cost, and the schedule when it is to be purchased, and also for distribution of land taken. Then in this sheet, I have built in detail. There are two seasons in Ghana for growing each of these crops. There is major season and minor season. The user can easily adjust which months of any year are active months for farming of a particular crop, and the user can also add specific expenses related to it, such as how much human labor or tractor labor is needed, how much fuel, which type of pesticides or crop nutrients are used, etc. And also here in the assumptions, I forgot to say that the client can change which crops they want to grow in which year, which then connects with quite a lengthy farming projection, which automatically accounts for all of the changes. So for example, if an additional piece of equipment needs to be purchased, the model automatically considers when the order needs to be placed. So all of this is finally organized into a monthly and annual financial projections. We have the P&L, the cash flow, and the balance sheet. So this is still a work in progress. I use groupings, so it is possible to easily switch between monthly and annual. The most complex of these models is the coffee model in here. I really can't explain any of this in detail because this model essentially considers even the quality of the coffee which is grown. So, and then the user can set all kinds of percentages. Is the coffee sold locally? Is it exported? How much is purchased from which suppliers or from owned farms? The red cells essentially indicate that it is time for the user to enter their own figures. So these are no longer assumptions, but have now become past facts in certain situations. The coffee process sheet is, I'm having a little trouble with my monitor here right now. I don't know if you're seeing this. For a moment, a part of this sheet was hidden. So this is very complex. Essentially, it tracks everything that is going on with that coffee, how the entire process goes, who owes money to whom, accounts payable, accounts receivable, what is the result of drying raw coffee, everything. And also, what is very important here is that this model is built in two currencies, in Mozambican meticals and in US dollars. So essentially, once all these calculations pass through everything, they are organized into monthly and annual also, monthly and annual model for done in Mozambican meticals and in the US dollars. And in fact, if we are talking about a historical month, which is recognized as historical by the model, what we will see is there are formulas in place in the coffee process sheet, in this case, where the model gets official exchange rates at any part of the process. For example, in the salaries sheet here, this looks fairly simple. One thing which is a nice addition here is that, for example, as new employees are added, you can just simply add a line, in wherever it is needed. If you decide that you don't really need this many, let's say you just need just one more, you will just simply delete it. The same goes with projection of operating expenses. This is quite a complex algorithm behind here in place. If I open the formula and expand it, actually there's some more complex in here, but essentially this now checks everything. Basically the user sets here through the multiple parameters whether a certain expense is to take place every month or just by the schedule. The schedule is entered in this section. Then in what currency it is added, when is it set to start. Pretty much, I mean, this is everything that the client here wanted. The important thing to mention here is that my models are very adjustable, meaning that they are not built simply according to some templates. So in a case that the client wants something special and has some particular requirements specific to their either financial situation or to their financial plans or to the specifics of the industry, all of these things can be included. Thank you very much for your patience, and if you want to, you can always contact me on Upwork. Thanks again.